If you're looking to create that ethereal, icy, snow strippers or mechatok vibe, you've come to the right place, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a beat that sounds like... And if you're one of those people who don't like the word hyperpop anymore, just close your eyes, listen to the beat, and imagine an image in your head. For this one, I'm seeing... Angel? And then just add the word core after it. So if you're ready to get heavenly, respectfully tap the like button or leave a comment or emoji representing halos, because I need that sweet, sweet engagement. And with all that out of the way, let's get into it. For the BPM, we'll set it to 120. Find a kick with a little bit of distortion so it has some crunch to it. 808 snare. Yes, the 808 is more than just... And if you want to sound like these artists, a lot of the drum sounds they use are based off of these classic drum machines like the Roland TR-808. Add reverb to make it sound huge, and EQ to make room for the kick. This is important because every kick goes on the quarter note, and on every half note, the snare plays at the same time as the kick. And that EQ we just put on will help everything sound balanced. That'll look like this and sounds like... Offbeat hi-hat with a few closed hi-hats as accents. These big waveforms are the open hi-hat, little waveforms are the closed hi-hat. For your convenience, I made a loop just like this and it's in my sample pack. So if you want to help a guy out, please buy it. Tambourine loop. But this is kind of boring. So use Ableton's auto filter in comb mode to add texture and character to it. I also add these effects to it as well. And altogether, in the intro, a respace. Have it play a very moody chord progression. On a distorted saw wave pluck bass, make a new progression that's even moodier. Put the first notes on every beat. Then on the eighth notes in between, just copy those same notes but play them an octave above. To do this, select all the notes you just made. Then you can hold Control or Command, then click and drag to duplicate the note. Release the click to commit the note, then Shift up arrow to move it an octave. Now you get that bouncy but moody vibe once the drums come in. But if this sounds too boring to you, you can instead go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semitones up, or the fifth above the bass note for some variation. Copy these notes over to a sub bass and guarantee thickness with my sub bass spice rack. This uses all stock Ableton plugins, so no fancy stuff needed, plus it's only $5. Please, life is getting so expensive, and if I've helped you out with my videos, please help me out too. All together with the drums. Plucky ARP sound. For this one, I use Ableton's wavetable synth. The main source of this sound comes from the harmonic series wavetable, cause with extra harmonics comes extra texture. Set an envelope to look like this, assign it to the filter and pitch, and set it to glide and mono to guarantee plucks. And also layer in a sine wave synth that's also on mono and glide to act as a subtle anchor for all the harmonics we just added. To write something like this, start on the root note or the major scale you're in, set the grid to 1/16, and just start clicking around till it sounds good. Experiment with runs up, runs down, but as long as you stay within the highlighted scale notes, you should be fine. In Ableton, you can click this scale button to fold it all, and other DAWs, they have highlighted notes like this. As long as you stay within this timing, basically click around until it sounds good. Sounds all right like this. But we can add a 1/3 delay to make it sound even cooler with polyrhythmic type timings. Take that, Jacob Collier. Plus, when you write this and start on the root note of the major scale, you keep it from sounding too moody by adding a bit of brightness to contrast all the moodiness we've been putting in so far. Next, resample this whole synth line with Control B in Ableton. This bounces it in place, and put these effects on it. Now you have the perfect intro synth. But the intro's not done yet. Let's do a piano playing the chords from the respace. And layer in a melody with a similar rhythmic pattern from the drop bass, except on notes that complement this specific chord progression. The plugin I use for this is called Imagiro Piano, and it has a cool feature where you can reverse every note played so that you get an effect that sounds like. If any of you know how to do this with Ableton stock plugins, please let me know, cause I don't know how to reverse each individual note unless I do a lot of work. And for some extra movement, a super saw playing top notes, but also sometimes playing a passing chord pitched to use for transitions. Altogether, now, a big thing that makes Snow Strippers and Mechatok sound the way they do is the vocal processing. This vocal that I have here is from Splice, but any sad sounding vocal will work.
Bring on the thunder, I wanna dance in the rain.
This one already has reverb on it, but that's okay. The trick to this sound is a technique called formant shifting, which changes the frequencies of the vocal without changing the pitch. In the past, I used a plugin called Little Alter Boy or Auto-Tune, but since Ableton 12 came out, there's now a stock plugin called Auto Shift that does this. This means you can make a vocal sound higher or lower, but still be in the same key it was sung in. If this still doesn't make sense, let me show you. We can put this on and automate the formant knob so that it moves through different textures and tones while keeping the same pitch.
I feel it moving me, electricity.
Put some OTT, extra reverb, and a delay to add more spaciness and really sell this effect.
Bring on the thunder, I wanna dance in the rain.
Finally, put a side chain compressor and set it to the kick to make the vocal pump. This just means the compressor automatically turns the vocal down every time the kick plays. I just use the Ableton stock compressor on these settings. This gets us that really scrappy, early EDM vibe that sounds imperfect to everyone on Producer, TikTok, or Reddit, but that's what makes this sound authentic. Cause the special thing about Snow Strippers is they aren't afraid to show off their inspiration. So don't be worried about the tools you already have and experiment rather than letting online discourse tell you you're making music wrong because you don't have a $400 plugin. You got this. And if you want to take it to the next level, you can resample the entire beat, turn warp off, and bump it down a couple of semitones for extra vibes. And if you made it this far, you're a legend. If there's any other artists you want me to break down, comment below. But making these videos from research, writing, and producing the songs, not to mention the amount of editing, will take me a long time. So if you support what I'm doing, even just liking the video and subscribing to my channel helps my content reach more people and lets me keep doing this. If you want to support me even further, check out my Patreon. Even just the $2 tier helps me way more than you realize. Plus, you'll find project files for most songs you've heard on this channel, along with some start to finish versions of the songs that you hear. And before we get to the final result, If you're upset that your social media reach isn't good enough despite having a following, through this video sponsored DistroKid, they've partnered with Bandzoogle to help you make a website. Well, why would you need a website? Let me tell you. You can try Bandzoogle to give you a dedicated website where you can show exactly what you want and how to present yourself as an artist in the best way possible. This is all outside of algorithms or layout changes or even potential app bans. That sounds crazy? It shouldn't be. This is a great way to present an electronic press kit that you can use as a landing page so that you can present yourself to potential agents, labels in the most professional way possible. Bandzoogle also has the ability to have you sell merch or music so that you can escape the dreaded streaming service trap of half a penny for one of your songs being streamed. So get the step up you deserve by using Bandzoogle, and with a DistroKid membership, you can try it free for 30 days. Use my VIP link to sign up for DistroKid and get a Bandzoogle trial as well. Thank you so much to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. Now, from the beginning, all together, this sounds like